Good afternoon and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Martin and we're going to be discussing Viva Insights today and what that actually is. I'm joined by Lucy, who's our marketing assistant, and she will be going through today's webinar for everyone. So as we always do at the beginning of these webinars, just a brief overview of SMS. We are here to help and inform all our customers of cloud services, including all areas of cloud services. Also to guide you through some functionality and all functionality that's available that you may or may not already have. We're also, where possible, provide free of charge solutions to assist you to make you more productivity and make your work more efficiently. And we're here to avoid any sort of spam that you may be getting. We've got spam services that you can get. We offer backup services, so we can ensure that your email service that you have is as spam free as possible, and also backed up as well. And of course, we are here to support all our customers and end users that you have with getting you fully operational. And this can also be if you're looking at maybe wanted to migrate to Office 365. We have services available for that too. So we're going to be discussing Viva today, Viva Insights, and what that actually is. And just before I hand over to Lucy, I'm just going to just say ask the question is what is Viva Insights? Lucy, do you want to just tell everybody what this Viva Insights is and what it actually does, and what sort of thing is it part of the 365, etc.?
Yeah, thanks, Martin, and hi everyone. So Viva Insights is an application that I think a lot of people don't even realise that they have it, or they've never heard of it, or don't know what it is. But basically, it's quite data focused. It's an application within Teams that kind of compiles data on your working patterns and things like that, and who you work with, and the times you work, and it's basically to help you improve your productivity and your own well-being and the well-being of your colleagues. Because a lot of us now are working from home or partially working from home, like hybrid working. So it's kind of managing the well-being and trying to improve that through this impressive application. So like I said, it's within Microsoft Teams. It's an app, and there's also kind of the email version, which we'll talk about a bit later. But yes, we're going to be talking about that today.
No, that's great. So do I have to pay for this service? Is it part of 365? Is it an add-on? How do we go about how do you actually go about getting it, basically?
So Viva Insights is included with all Microsoft 365 plans, or at least there at the bottom you can see all the plans it's included with. So I'm pretty sure if you've got a Microsoft 365 or any 365 plan, Viva Insights should be included in it at no extra cost. If you didn't have 365 but you really did want Viva, then you can subscribe to it. But I don't know why you would do that when it's much better value for money to just get 365, considering you get so many applications and features and things like that. But yeah, so you don't have to pay for it if you have 365. It's a built-in feature.
No, that's great. It's a good point to mention about the why would you want to pay £3 per user when you can get it part of 365, so you can get a hell of a lot more for well, some of the plans it will be a little bit more, but you'll get a lot more for your money, basically. So it's a good point, that. Exactly. So whereabouts do we find it then? Is it easy to find once? So we say we've got the right Office 365 plan. We want to go into Viva and have a play with it. How do we go about getting it? How do we load that up or get access to it?
Yep, so it's very easy to find. So if you open up Teams and you've got your little sidebar on the left, where you've got your calendar, your charts, different things like that. There's a little ellipsis, a little dot that you click on, and then you've got your range of apps that aren't pinned to the sidebar. So it's either going to be there in that list, or if it's not there because other apps are above it, just search for it and you'll find it in there. It should be in there, Viva Insights. It also does send you may have received, because I think by default it is enabled, daily and monthly emails kind of giving summaries of your working patterns. The one over the month is kind of, how many emails you've received and respond to, that, your times of activity, things like that. And your daily one, I think on the next slide we've actually got a screenshot of one of the daily ones, the daily kind of briefing that gets you ready in the morning. It basically, here it is, getting you ready for the day, so you can see what meetings you've got. The kind of Insights tool will bring up relevant documents, relevant emails to remind you. And then also kind of commitments and follow-ups, like you can see at the bottom, with a kind of to-do list of maybe if you've said a couple of days ago, oh, I'll get back to you on that, or someone's asked, can you send this over, kind of reminding you, oh, did you get back to this, and stuff like that. So it's a good summary each day. So yeah, I think that's a good thing to have. Obviously, you can unsubscribe to that if you didn't want to have that feature, but I do think it's a neat little feature to kind of start your day off and see what you've got ahead. So that's also included in the Viva Insights, as well as the kind of Teams app that we talked about.
No, that's good to know. I've seen some of emails myself. I've had them through, but I've never realised what they were all for. So that's really useful to know what that actually does and what benefits you can get from that. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on. So are we going to have a quick look at the dashboard now and what it actually looks like? This is what we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, so this is what it should look like if you follow those instructions from before and you open it up in Teams. This kind of thing is what you should be greeted with. So as you can see, there's lots of different sections. So we'll zoom into a couple of them. So see there at the bottom left, we've got the send praise to your colleagues. So obviously, if you're a busy person, you have lots of meetings, lots of things to do in a week. You're here, there, and everywhere on different meetings and doing different, tasks and stuff like that. You sometimes will forget to kind of tell your colleagues, that you've appreciated some help that they've given you, or that they've done a really good job on something. Sometimes that can pass you by when you're really, really busy. So just stop in to kind of, send them that praise and say, oh, thanks for helping me the other day. That, I really appreciated that. Or well done on that meeting the other day. You did really well, that kind of thing. Just prompting you to do that within this platform, I think is a nice thing. And useful. I think as well, the next one is saying decompress from work with meditation. So there's kind of an inbuilt meditation and mindfulness feature powered by Headspace, the popular meditation app. These kind of 5-10 minute little videos and features to, as mindfulness is, kind of de-stress, ground yourself, sort your breathing, kind of, relax yourself basically. So if you're really overwhelmed with lots of tasks to do, lots of meetings to attend, taking those 5 or 10 minutes to just kind of, refresh yourself and calm yourself down, and it can really, really help your well-being. So I think having that built in is really useful. And obviously, if you've got 365, that's at no extra cost to have this meditation feature. There's also at the top right over there, this kind of emotional check-in. Now this section, this doesn't, this is private, this emotional check-in, so no one can see, no bosses are seeing that you've, said sad today or overwhelmed today. This is just kind of for you to take a minute out of your day and say, how am I feeling today? And see, it says as well, reflection history. That produces kind of over time, if you're doing this each day or regularly, and reflecting on how you feel, it'll give you a graph of how you've been feeling, or and you can start to see patterns. So if, for example, I don't know, on a Thursday afternoon, you're always put in this kind of distressed kind of face, it can kind of make you think about your working patterns. So why is that every Thursday you're kind of feeling overwhelmed and stressed? Oh, it's because you've got, loads of meetings crammed into that one afternoon, and it's a lot. So it can kind of then prompt you to think, is there something I can do to change this? Maybe speak to my boss about spreading some of this work out throughout the week, or moving some of these meetings to a different day so it's less overwhelming. So there's lots of features to kind of, it's focused on well-being really, to make sure you kind of spreading your workload out and it's the best for you and your colleagues. So I think there's a lot of useful features in that.
No, that's great. It's obviously useful, especially nowadays, to say with people working from home. They're obviously going to need to. It's good to take a few moments out of what you're doing and reflect on. Just get a few minutes where you're not doing anything to clear your head. So that is a very useful feature to have. So how come Viva Insights help then? Do you want to just discuss that for me?
So we've kind of just touched on that a minute ago, but just to kind of reiterate, doing these kind of things, reflecting on your feelings and emotions, and practicing mindfulness, taking regular breaks, and can really help with your mental well-being in the workplace and in general. So some of the features of Viva Insights, as you just said, there's the emotional check-ins that we just talked about. The prompts for managers, we'll talk a little bit about more about that later, but there's a specific kind of section for managers of a team to kind of, it'll prompt them things that they're not doing, or things to maybe change or consider to change. For example, if they're not getting much one-to-one time with different employees, maybe making time to schedule that in and make some changes. The next one, collective aim for a no meeting day. That's a potential suggestion it might make to say, within a team, if you could try to arrange there's a set day each week where no meetings are organised, and then that can be a day within the team that's really focused on independent work and focus, and that can really help sometimes with productivity and well-being, and feeling kind of a bit of pressure off from attending a meeting, so you can get done a lot of work that you need to do independently. So again, making these suggestions based on your patterns of work. The prompts to praise colleagues, again, we talked about that. Just taking a minute to, it's reminding you to let you know, oh, you did really well on that, thanks for helping me on that sort of thing. And then, of course, the reminders for the more practical things. For example, pending commitments and tasks that you might not have done, a bit more to-do list kind of reminders. It's not just the well-being, it's also kind of getting your day in order and reminding you of things. But yeah, so there's lots of different features in this tool that, again, a lot of people don't even realise they have it. So I think it's worth a look at.
No, that's great. So do you want to explain what we're seeing at the moment then? What are these things that we're showing on the screen now?
Yeah, so as I just mentioned, managers get a kind of separate view. If they're managing a team or a leader of a team, they will get specific prompts to maybe look at some of these stats. So, for example, employees on the top one, it says 58% of employees have less than 15 minutes of one-to-one time with their managers each week. So they might want to take action on that and get more one-to-one time with each employee. So as it says, you can see it says view best practices there, and it says it on the other screenshot too. For these different suggestions, you can view best practices to see what can you do to change that, what can you do to improve that. So it's kind of overall making suggestions on how better to kind of manage the week, spread the work out, and kind of help with the employees' focus and the well-being and their health, and just having these kind of prompts and considerations based on the concrete data. It can really improve well-being by a long shot, I'm sure.
No, that's great. Definitely sounds like a good feature to have, especially for people that are managing teams that are out there, especially remotely as well. So I believe it's going to be a quick video now. Is this just going to summarise what Viva is it, or is it just a bit of further details about it? Is it?
Yeah, this is kind of just a summative video, kind of showing some of the tools and the features that we've just talked about, just showing them in practice and talking about them a little bit more. It's just a couple of minutes long. It's just kind of summarises it all.
That's great. Okay, I'm just going to get that played for everyone.
Work is different now. We're commuting less, virtually meeting more. Separating work life and life can feel challenging. It's easy to forget that to thrive at work, we need to take care of ourselves. Microsoft Viva Insights offers new experiences to balance productivity and well-being. Personal insights help you stay at your best and most productive. Add structure to your remote workday by opting for a virtual commute, carving out time to have a productive start in the morning and mindfully disconnect in the evening. Protect time before your calendar fills up for focused work, coaching, and learning. Take regular mental breaks with Headspace, tapping into dedicated moments of mindfulness. Use emotional check-ins to tune into your day-to-day mindset and well-being. Strengthen team bonds with Stay Connected experiences that prompt you to praise collaborators, schedule one-on-ones, and follow up on pending commitments and outstanding tasks. Insights for managers and leaders offer windows into how work happens and the impact on employee well-being. Identify where teams may be isolated and take action to break down silos. Quickly discover opportunities to prevent burnout, promote coaching and development, and boost engagement. You and your team's well-being is important, especially in times of change. Taking care of one another allows you to thrive and your organization to build resilience. Experience how new well-being insights in Viva can help.
Okay, so that's finished. Okay, so we're just going to summarize how SMS can help just before we finalize today's webinar. So as you can see, we've been here since 2006. We are a very first true everything in the cloud provider. and we are perfectly placed to support all our apps and services that we provide to allow you to work either from an office or remotely. SMS is fully UK based. We do have staff that are spread across the country, and we do have some staff in offices in Manchester as well. All SMS staff have used these products, so we know how they work. So if you have any questions regarding them, feel free to contact us. And we'll be able to advise you further. As you can see, the numbers are on screen, which I will just summarise at the end anyway, to contact either sales or support. So I'm going to just thank everyone today for watching. It was a brief one today, but it was just a brief overview of what Viva was. And I would like to thank Lucy for doing that for us today. If you need to speak to sales regarding this, you can contact them on 01925 818 448. And if you have any questions regarding support on it, or if you need any questions asking about Viva or even any other 365 products or services that we offer, please call 01925 818 252. And please stay tuned for further videos that we'll be doing for webinars every fortnight on various topics, from products that we sell or new features within 365 or additional services that we have to try and make them more productive for you going forward. I'd like to once again like to thank everyone for watching. Thanks again to Lucy for presenting today's webinar. Everyone take care, and we'll speak soon.